but yet haven't put it all together just quite yet.
It's amazing to me how quickly we can give up on a young guy who maybe doesn't find success right out of the gate. But the reality is you have to remember, player development is the lifeblood of this league, maybe now more than ever with the current state of the salary cap. So a little patience as a fan base goes a long, long way.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Thompson is out there with Blunt. Then it's Anthony, and there's B-Train, and it's Blunt in at the center position. And Sloan kicks to Mullen. Just 5 to shoot. Over Blunt. Mullen's shot is off. Mullen against Anthony. On the wing, Thompson. Anthony taking his time here. Pass to Givens. A floater. The shot, no good. Now Buffalo takes it the other way.
And last year, an entertaining season series between the two ended up battling to a draw.
It's a fairly even matchup, and both sides want to take that leap into the league's upper echelon. So let's see what signs we see of progress tonight.
Here's B-Train. High post try. Here's Blunt. It's deflected. James, the pass to Mullen. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And so it begins, taking control right up front.
Well, don't you love that they seized the lead from the beginning, exactly how you want to start off the game?
There's the pass to Givens. Here's the teardrop. A second chance effort, and the layup is up and in.
They needed that. Just 1 for 5 to start this ball game.
For Buffalo, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's the closer. He's covered by Thompson. Here's the closer. Shoots it. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, can't find the target, but good work to get into open space inside the arc.
Anthony, the pass to Blunt. Back to Anthony. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Now the feed to James. Kicks it out to Mullen. Stolen by Thompson. Here's the break. Here's Anthony. It's hauled in by the Bulls. No one near James as he lets it go. Drains the three-pointer. James has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's B-Train. James covering. 6 to shoot. Back to Anthony. It's up a 3. Anthony missing again. The Bulls leading by 3. To the paint. Stolen. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Thompson looking for an opening. Here's Givens. Out of hand on it, and they'll keep possession. 4 on the clock. Out to Anthony. Pass to Givens. And here's Thompson. James covering. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Goes up again. The shot by Thompson, no good. And it's Sloan with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. James outside. Pass to Mullen. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Blunt. Blunt's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Passes it to Givens. Back to Anthony. Thompson outside. There's the pass to Givens. From deep. And it's Sloan with the rebound.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
James outside. Pass to Sloan. Here's the closer for three. And the Bulls with another miss. Trying to get something going. Connects from three-point range. B-Train's got 5 now.
With that now, only 2 of 7 to start the game. Not the start he was hoping for.
And Buffalo calls their first time out of the game. A lot of guys can take over a game, Doris, at a moment's notice. Snap of your finger. In your mind, who goes that quickly into that zone and takes over like that?
I'll tell you this. The guy who comes first to my mind is Klay Thompson. I mean, what we've seen this guy achieve in a 12-minute quarter and the speed with which the ball from the touch of his fingertips to the release is incredible. Damian Lillard, another guy, doesn't get it off quite as fast as Klay, but can put 20-30 in a quarter in a heartbeat. Guys like Kyrie Irving, Russell Westbrook, when they start cooking, boy, you better step out that kitchen because you're going to be in trouble, Kevin.
You are. Well said. And it's blocked. James outside. This is to Crawford. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
I don't think the pass could be better placed. That's a great assist.
Gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Pass to Blunt. Lets it go with a 3. And it's Levens with the rebound. Buffalo leading by 4. James looking it over. He kicks to Mullen. The tray. Crawford trying to free himself up. It's rebounded by Blunt. Blunt's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Passes it to Shades. Here is Forbes, defended by Mullen. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
Yeah, just a matter of he needs to be there a split second earlier. Not much room for error when you're setting a screen.
James outside. To the middle, Webster. Good, and the assist goes to James. And now a 6-point Buffalo lead. 55 seconds left to play in the first. O'Neal passes to Blunt. Here's Shades. And there's the pass to Forbes. Nice D from Crawford. Buffalo leading by 6. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. It's rebounded by Blunt. Here's Shades. 9-point game his last outing. Poked away. It's stolen by Mullen. And they're moving it up. Here's James. Buries it down low. James has got 5.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
And so it's the home team in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at Buffalo's performance here, guys. What have they been doing or not doing?
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
Well, the commitment is evident, and they are simply phenomenal at their aggression on the defensive end right now.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. They've got Adams. Blunt is out there with Blunt. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Forbes in at the 3 slot. No good there off the double clutch. The Bulls leading by 8. Down low. And that one is hammered home.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
You know, and I'm not seeing any urgency out of this defense, especially considering the deficit in the score.
Here's Mullen. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. High, arcing shot. O'Neal with the rebound. Mullen's gone 1 for 5 from the field, 20%. Now, here is O'Neal. To the left side wing. And Adams kicks to Forbes. 4 on the clock. Over Webster. Rebound by the Bulls. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Here's Mullen. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Doors are seeing a lot of movement on the offensive side of the ball, a lot of screening, a lot of movement, obviously, without the ball. Does that require more awareness, not only on the offensive side to make those moves, but also defensively?
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. One of the most important things you can do if you're an excellent defensive team is you start with communication. So as that action starts, the movement and the screening, are the teammates talking? Screen coming right, screen coming left. Do we want to trap the screen? Do we want to make sure the ball gets out of a certain player's hands? Communication in this day and age against motion offenses has got to be at the top of the list defensively.
Well said. O'Neal hits them both. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Mullen against O'Neal. Kicks it to Crawford. Pass to the closer. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. The closer's got the lead up to 10 now for Buffalo. Passes it to Givens. Nice D from Crawford. For Buffalo, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. The pass to Larson. Outside Mullen. Shot clock at 5. It's hauled in by Adams. Mullen's gone 2 for 7 from the field. Feeds it to O'Neal. Pass to Blunt. Here's B-Train. Fires, high post, and that one goes long. Buffalo leading by 10. To the inside, here's Crawford. Misses in close. Gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Here's B-Train, guarded by Crawford. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And he knocks down the first one. Anthony's checked in for O'Neal. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Time called here. Here's the closer. He kicks it to Levens. Over Shades. Hits the jump hook. 6 points for ABC.
I love the efficiency he's playing with tonight. Not scoring as much as usual, but he's been effective, and they're winning.
Mr. Clutch out there with Levens. Then there's Paxson. And it's the dude, and it's the closer in at the 1 spot. To the inside. The shot's good from Shades.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Kicks it to Levens. Goes back up. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Here's a look at what's coming up for Buffalo. On Saturday, they'll host the Toronto Raptors. Then on Monday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Portland, and they'll be taking on the Trailblazers.
And when you look at the Kings matchup, it's never easy going up against the top team in the West. But if they're able to come away with the win, it's going to be a huge confidence booster.
And he makes the first.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Buffalo makes some changes. B-Train's checked in for the dude. James comes in for Paxson. And Mullins subbed in for the closer. And both free throws good for Levens. Well, the league taking steps towards to reform the draft lottery, flattening out the odds, doing a variety of things just to analyze the way it works, the mechanics. Do you think the change will be enough?
Well, again, I think this goes back to the leadership at the top of the NBA, and the right man is in charge in Adam Silver. And as is typical to Adam Silver, everything happens with a very measured approach in terms of reform. You do a little bit, and then you evaluate. But I think Adam has made it clear that the change they made to the draft lottery was nothing more than a first step. Now, where do we go from here? That remains to be seen.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Starks, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Look at the state of the game. International leagues getting better and better, Doris. There's no doubt about it. We see it at Olympic times and during FIBA play in between. We see a lot of NBA players who have spent time abroad, and I think they come back better.
I don't think there's any doubt about that, Kevin. I think wherever you can hone your craft and do it in a competitive environment where winning and losing is at stake on a nightly basis, it has so many opportunities for learning and growth. So, okay, I can't turn it over 5 times in a competitive environment, regardless of what league I'm playing in, because that's to the detriment of my team. If I'm lazy on the defensive end, I'm going to get exposed by good offensive players. To me, Kev, I love any time there's competitive basketball being played. I want to watch it.
Love that answer. He hits the second from the line. You always hear coaches preaching consistency. Doris, what enables that kind of night in, night out reliability?
Well, I think a lot goes into it, and you can start with pride, Kevin. If you're putting in the kind of preparation necessary, then you're going to take a certain amount of pride in the things you do on a night-by-night basis. Things aren't always going to go your way, but it's not how you end the night. It's how do you respond in the middle of the game when things are going against you. calls haven't gone your way, or perhaps there's a bad matchup. What's your response? So a lot of things go into consistency. It's why we take special pride in covering players who pride themselves on being available.
And one of the most admired things you have, too, as well.
Correct. Michael Jordan loved to play every night.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Outside Mullen. James outside. Pass to Larson. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Passes it to Hammond. At the elbow, it's Thompson. And the pass to Hammond. His three-pointer's off the mark.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
In the corner, it's James. There's B-Train. Pocket 6. On the wing, Mullen. Here's Larson. Thompson with the rebound.
Unbelievable. He blew that. Look, guys, no clue what went wrong there.
Takes a 3. And it's Buffalo with the rebound. Mullen's got 5 rebounds tonight. On the wing, James. And the All-Star game last season, Doris. No more East versus West format. Do you think when it's all said and done, the league will get rid of conference basketball altogether?
This is a challenging question for me because the WNBA went to seeding teams from 1 through 16, and it didn't matter whether you were West or East. And it has led to the most competitive era in a much-needed WNBA growth period. But the reality is, Kevin, I am very much a traditionalist. And the rivalries in both the Eastern and Western conferences historically have been phenomenal. Whether it was Jordan playing Detroit and having to overcome them, or Boston and Detroit, or the Lakers versus Sacramento briefly when Chris Webber's teams couldn't get over the hump. So this is a hard question for me. I'm not sure which side of the fence I fall on.
The shot's good for Mullen.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Asta starts. Here's Hammond. Off the mark, and the drop continues. The Bulls have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. James right side. Pass to Benjamin. Takes the 13-footer. It's rebounded by Blunt. Blunt got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Passes it to Starks. A second chance effort. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
So often when a player changes teams, Doris, we see a lot of emotions from him, his teammates, from the fans, and coaches. Is it even reasonable to expect loyalty in sports nowadays?
You know, I think times have changed, Kevin. We're no longer living in an era where a player sticks with an organization throughout the course of his tenure, or at least that is the outlier nowadays. The reality is teams always make decisions with their long-term best interests at heart. And so when a player has earned the right to embrace his free agency, there's a reason it's termed free agency, then he should have an equal opportunity to the team to make the decisions that are in his best interest. Whatever those values and priorities for that individual player are, when you reach free agency, you've earned that right.
Now here's James. Outside Mullen. 1:58 left in the fourth quarter. Buffalo needs to get off a shot here. From deep, James. It's rebounded by Blunt. Gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Here is Forbes. The pass to Blunt. Here is Forbes. And that one comes up a bit short.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Bulls.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for the professor.
Boy, his assist total to me is the most telling stat. This guy created, he made sharp passes, and the defense was always reacting to him.
And here are the Bulls now. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Mullen against Anthony. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. James with it. Now Anthony defending. James misses.
Yeah, that's a head scratcher there. I don't know how he could think that's a good shot. That's not who they want out there jacking up threes.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. First free throw is good. And so Adams nails both of them. Mullen with the ball.
You know, this game could really be a defining one for what they...
No.